the lights signify. I think we're ready to go.
Are we ready to kick off this LaLiga FC Pro Cup Grand Final? Yes, we are. The €100,000 LaLiga FC Pro Cup Final looks like this. Emre Yilmaz against Jotabar. Real Sociedad against Elche. Only one could call themselves champion and pick up €25,000. It's been a very different cup run for these two. You can't really argue that Emre Yilmaz, he was always going to be a favourite to run far in this competition ever since he signs to Real Sociedad. He's just about to score 1 minute in. Rivaldo opens up the account in just 3 minutes.
It's a horror start for Jotabar. It's a start he would have tried his best to avoid, and something that he knows he would have needed to start this game off on the front foot. But it's Emre Yilmaz. You can see the ball over the top. Rebound falling, fortunately, in his favour, and it's a perfect start for Emre.
Yeah, it certainly is. We said that early goal's going to be everything, and he scored it early doors, making the mission ever so difficult for Jotabar. And the fans are absolutely loving it. The Poznan's out. Hands up if you love the Poznan.
Just off camera, you can't quite see it. Richard's monitor's sort of fallen off. Can you see the game still, Rich?
Yeah, I can.
He's kind of holding. You have to hold the monitor to keep it in place. At least you've got a good view of the final still, Rich.
I think it's all these people in here bouncing up and down.
That player look cancel again. That's what we've been accustomed to seeing with Jotabar. That was fantastic work. He just took the shot, I think, a little bit too early.
Early nerves.
Potentially, yeah. It was just a snapshot. I don't know if he should have, or if he wanted to potentially take a touch. Good press again.
It's that player lock every single time. That's where, if he's going to get success in this game, it's through the player locks.
Back to you again.
He's one of the only players as well to use Llorente higher up the pitch as that right-sided player.
And look, it's been effective for him.
But that's Cafu losing the ball, which means there's a big old hole at right back.
And Rivaldo's got the legs to get round him. Emre Yilmaz building towards the second chance here to open up another chance at goal. De Jong, Rivaldo. Cafu back defended, he recovered well for that one.
It's a big tackle, that, Ryan.
Yeah, he needed that. As you mentioned, Cafu going forward obviously offers a lot, because you just have that overlap there. You can have an extra body to pass to build up an attack. But once you lose possession and he's out of position, you can get punished. But he done well to recover.
Oh, not sure about that one.
He's going to pick up the pieces there, isn't he? And off the back of that, he'll be able to bring the likes of Cruyff, Griezmann into this one. Overlap from Danny Carvajal. Is he going to take the shot on his own? Cuts it back. Emre Yilmaz. Take a bow.
That's crazy composure. I thought when he started to slowly walk towards the keeper with Carvajal, I was just waiting to see if he moved. He didn't. Look for the pass for a guaranteed goal, and it's very, very well worked. You'll see it here. He just stops a little bit, slows down. Keeper doesn't budge. Cuts back, plays the pass, and it's an open net.
The quality's shining through. It was a mistake, actually, from Jotabar.
Yeah.
The player look into the middle of the pitch. I don't know if he meant to pass it there, if he was caught out ever so slightly, but Emre will punish you at every single opportunity he gets. And question marks over his finishing in the last game, in that semi-final. He has been ruthless in the opening 15 minutes here.
Yeah, it's a similar start, to be fair. Is that this time he's got the 2-goal lead. That's the difference.
Well, we had the chat, didn't we? Long ball over the top. That one's going to be saved by Courtois. We had the chat yesterday on commentary with Emre Yilmaz about sometimes he can have 6 shots in a game and score 6 goals, Ryan.
Yeah.
In his last game, he had 11 shots by half-time. And what, he scored 2?
Just wasn't fruitful in front of goal, but...
We just spoke to him, though, about that with the shooting. when he practices, he shoots a lot, and he will create a lot of chances. It's not going to go.
Fortunately, dropping in favour of Jotaba there.
So when he's on the stage, if he scores from a strange angle in practice, he's just going to take that shot.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of missing.
I respect that. That shows the level of confidence.
Because he also will believe that he is one of the best attackers, if not the best in the world, and can create 10, 15, 20 good chances.
Yeah, that also shows, again, relating back to confidence, how you're not afraid to lose the ball. A lot of players who kind of just don't want to take those risky shots because you don't want to give possession to your opponent that easily. He's trusted himself not only to score it, but if he doesn't, he backs himself to defend it as well.
And how often do we see players playing too passively and getting caught out?
100%.
Well, they were full of support last year, Real Sociedad. It wasn't quite the run they had. Zidane was their player last year. They are the local club here in San Sebastian. And they are here in numbers supporting their player, Emre Yilmaz. And quite frankly, they're enjoying what they're seeing so far.
It's nice. He's just so aggressive defensively though as well, Emre.
Yeah.
He will pull players out of position. He will step right onto you. If you play lock into a player, he's biting on that fake every single time. So could there be a way into that there for Jotaba?
Yeah, we saw Yago score because of that. He stepped with the defender, I remember, and I just thought, oh, that was quite aggressive. But then it works in his favour a lot of the time. You got to think,
8 out of 10 he wins it back.
That's the thing. And it causes for Jotaba here, when you're attacking, you start to second guess, thinking, oh, actually, I can't play that pass. Or is it actually on because he's running towards me? It's really a mental battle.
30 minutes already gone to this grand final. And at the moment, everything that's come his way, Emre Yilmaz, he's been able to deal with.
You're just seeing a change there, actually, into the 4-2-1-3 now from Jotaba, wanting a few extra bodies higher up the pitch. Emre could punish him here. De Jong into Rivaldo. Just run straight into Tchouameni.
Giving it straight back to him.
Still not dealt with though, is it? More Emre Yilmaz pressure.
Just giving the ball away constantly.
One thing you can guarantee with him is he will create and create and create. Maybe another chance for Emre Yilmaz. Antoine Griezmann! He's 3 goals in 30 minutes, and to be honest, you might as well start writing his name on the trophy.
Emre Yilmaz is flying. In my opinion, right, the last 2 goals have been from unforced errors. Once he's got the ball back, he's just, you can tell when you're panicking when you're just pressing pass. In your own box, you're just thinking, oh my gosh, I need to get it out as soon as possible. But some of the passing is on. And he's just giving the ball away. I know it didn't necessarily lead directly to a shot at goal. It led to a build-up into a chance, but you can't afford to do that against someone like Emre Yilmaz.
Did you see the Pozlan's out in full force this time around?
Well, I'll be honest. Probably about 5 hours ago, they might not have known that Emre Yilmaz played for Real Sociedad. Maybe tomorrow they might be on their way to get his name on the back of a shirt. He is the hometown hero here in San Sebastian. And he might be on his way to make it 4-0.
Wow.
So slick.
Yeah.
Ruthless for Emre Yilmaz.
That Carvajal, I believe that's on a wing-back goal there, has just been just the trigger there. Because you have to follow the run. You can't leave him, especially after he scored, or he led to the first goal. You have to track the run. That leads to a defensive line pushing further back. He recycles it, and he can just zip passes around when you've got the likes of De Jong into Rivaldo, and then a fantastic finish.
We said though at the start of this game, Richard, it really could have went this way. Emre Yilmaz scores first. He can make this look ugly, and look, he scored 4 goals in 36 minutes. He is clearly showing his level and the difference between him Not just Jotabar, but a lot of the players here in Spain.
Oh.
Goalie?
I mean, that was some aggressive goalkeeper movement.
Very aggressive. Predicted a Trivela. It didn't, or finesse it could have been actually. It didn't come. Keeper's moved out of the way. Speed was into the space. And then the keeper doesn't manage to come back in time. But even still, just the animation there is...
I want my keeper to save
Yeah,
that.
the animation is very questionable because he's
Where
gone
are we
with his feet. Yeah.
I think I saved that. Is that a lifeline?
Lifeline or not, it's a way back in for Jotabar here.
It's offside.
Yeah.
I like the thought process, but when you're playing against someone that has a line height that high up and aggressive, you kind of can't run that directly forward when you know the offside trap's going to kick in.
Emre Yilmaz, last chance before the half.
He will get the last chance of the half, but it makes you think. Again, offside.
Just the offside traps coming in. You kind of...
Oh.
When we're looking at half-time here, Ryan, he couldn't have really played it. Other than a bit of aggressive goalkeeping movement at the end, he couldn't have really played this any better, Emre Yilmaz.
Yeah, Emre Yilmaz has been great so far, but he will know it's still not job done. 3 goals in the second half. We've seen crazier comebacks.
Oh, my
Look at that for a pass.
Antoine Griezmann to make sure that Emre Yilmaz might go into half-time with a full goal cushion. Or not.
Thought we were going to see a ball roll into a finesse there, you know, with Henry or with Griezmann. It could have come twice there.
That pass was incredible.
I am very intrigued, actually, as we just get a very quick glance at the stats. Because I feel like Emre has dominated every single metric.
Yeah, I felt it feels...
Possession, shots.
I was about to say,
yeah.
possession-wise, it feels as if Emre has been sort of 60% plus.
Jotabar's off his chair.
He's just having a moment, I believe, to himself.
Yeah, that's like way more than that.
3.7 XG, 4 goals, 5 shots.
I felt like he barely saw the ball in that first
Just try
25.
Dissect those stats there. I would... intercepciones. Interceptions.
Passes.
Corneres. Corners. That's all you've got.
You've got entradas there, that's not starters.
What is it? What is it, Brandon?
That'll be tackles.
Yeah, I think so. That's good from you. Duolingo?
No, I just know where it is on the on the menu and operative. I had a mate once, actually, that used to play FC in Spanish just to try and learn Spanish.
Right, that goal for him.
Still can't speak Spanish. I like the idea, though.
Giving away the ball again so easily. He manages to win it back this time.
I feel like the next goal in this game's everything. If Emre gets it, could start setting up the pyro to be blue and white for Emre Yilmaz. However, if Jose Ballion just gets one back and gives himself a little bit of confidence, we saw it in the last game against Yago for Emre. Yago got one and then a second quickly came.
Could be something on this attack as well.
He's played himself into the corner.
He's loved that skill, man. Twice he's done that, and twice
he's lost it.
Yeah.
Emre Yilmaz's first chance of the half. Look how open this is now. If he can get around.
Tchouameni is a serious, serious player. The more I've watched him, the more I think I might need to get him involved.
Yeah, I was always thinking CB is...
It's an ask.
Yeah. But he's been
Well, I think I remember Nicholas a long time ago, not this version of his item, but there was times when Nicholas would have him as a midfielder, and it was just an option if you ever wanted to go into a 5-back that he could drop in and do a job there. But across this weekend, he has been one of the most
it's a goal.
overplayed.
Too much power in that time. You've got to be careful with that one. Emre Yilmaz, we actually dissected the segment. Once you give him that room for a ball roll into a finesse, if he gets the power on it, correct. Because I can't even blame the player there. Why would you move the keeper?
You're so far out.
In that position, it's not something that you should be looking to do at all times, but Emre's been scoring from them.
Emre Yilmaz again with that Danny Carvajal that has really been playing as a wing-back. One of the few players to use his team of the year item. Many have just gone for Cafu. Emre Yilmaz, lovely touch. Rivaldo, can he pull away? Is there a pass? Oh, there is! Emre Yilmaz has got this room on their feet. He's on his way to pick up silverware in his first season in the LaLiga FC Pro.
It's an excellent performance from Emre Yilmaz.
Yeah, flawless so far. That Rivaldo touch that he's taken, a little fake into the speed boost, goes in, and then it's a tap-in for Henry, of course, never going to miss from there. But Emre Yilmaz is just so dangerous. Every time he goes forward, it looks like he's going to score.
Since coming to the LaLiga FC Pro, he's only lost one game in the group stages to Daniel Aguilar. Aside of that, he's won every other matchup that's been in front of him. He will be the #1 seed as it looks to be going in to the finals in 2 weeks' time, where he'll have Champions League and a World Championship spot in his mind. If he makes another grand final there, he will achieve both of those things.
Does anyone look like beating him in Knockout FC? Because not only I think he's going in as #1 seed, but for me he's going in after what we've seen today, probably with Nicholas in a close second as the favourite to go on and lift the trophy.
I've got a feeling that he's not going to let up here. Finesse from Henry!
Defending that chance, it's a nightmare, you know that. Because you have to worry about the runs that he's triggered. And it's such an obscure angle, but he turns it into a potential opportunity. Just with that ball roll, it's so important. Because you can't take that without the ball roll.
Jotabar trying to come up with some way or idea of getting a way back into this game. But it really looks like Emre Yilmaz is just playing at a completely different level.
It's just one game too far for Jotabar. We spoke about it in the preview of this game. He has played extremely well.
Yeah.
But he's coming up against not only a great European player, not only a great FC Pro Liga player, he's coming up against one of the best players on the planet.
Emre Yilmaz. Stop it.
It's that first time through ball. He tried it, if you remember, a couple of minutes ago in game time, over the top. Didn't work. He's done it on the floor this time, and it's just put Henry in on goal, and it's just down to whether or not he wants to finesse it, Cavella, or chip it, and he's gone with the chip. Great finish. Emre Yilmaz, he's cruising.
He doesn't even look bothered.
No.
You wait until he lifts that trophy, Rich. I don't think he'll even look that bothered then either.
It's not job done for him.
He would have known the pressure on his shoulders when he didn't make it to the World Championships in the FC Pro, but it was one game away, wasn't it? One defeat away against Leandro Peixoto, which stopped him from getting that World Championship spot earlier on in the year. He knew that this is his way into it now. This is his way into E-Champions League and trying to be amongst the best 32 players in the world later on this summer. And look, it's all going to plan so far. He topped the table in the group stages. He's on to win the cup. And let's see what he can bring to the table in 2 weeks' time. Just looking as well, it was 22 months ago was the last time that Emre Yilmaz lifted the trophy. That was the Champions League in Istanbul. He's been amongst the final 8, the top 4s in many competitions since then, including a runner-up performance last year in the Dutch Eredivisie. And for those asking as well about formations, tactics, there will be his custom tactics, I can assure you, revealed all over social media in the coming hours tonight, of how you can implement maybe a few of those Emre Yilmaz tactics. I'm sure Ryan Pessoa might even give them a little dabble tomorrow night on stream.
Yeah, I have to. See there with the Henry, tried to bait for the finesse, just ball rolling inside and tried to go near post. He's still not done though, he still knows he wants to put on a show. He wants to keep on scoring and making sure that everybody else in the tournament, in the LaLiga FC Pro finals, know that he means business.
He's the man to beat.
Absolutely.
Forget about Nicholas, Oberon, Resende or Tuga. Emre Yilmaz. He's the top dog.
I can assure you that the fans that have been here in San Sebastian will have enjoyed what they've seen. It'll be a tough one to take for Jotabar after what has been a really incredible tournament bracket run that he's had since yesterday.
He should be really proud of what he's done.
I agree.
Yes, it's a disappointing defeat in this grand final, but before that, a 4-0 win in the semis. You look at the quarterfinals, a great victory against Oberon, 6-5. No one had him winning that game other than Richard Buckley. You go into the round of 16. Another really, really solid performance. Beating Hidalgo 5-4. But he has come up against a monster in the final.
Yeah, and the thing is, we've seen even last year, hold that thought for a second.
Rivaldo, couple of ball rolls.
We saw last year how a performance in the cup for Nacho Bay propelled him to have a great season afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
So well, gave him the confidence and the belief that he can compete with the best of the best. And I think you'd hope anyway that this is the start, or kickstart, I should say, this season for Jotabar, because there's still obviously potential for him to not only perform well at the finals, but get a spot at the E-Champions League or the Grand Final or FC Pro Championships. You never know.
Especially with how close these tournaments are.
Exactly.
Next to each other.
Yeah.
There isn't really going to be a great deal of players that change. They might get more budget for the finals, but Team of the Season would have probably not even started by that point.
Yeah.
It's a perfect period of, 2 weeks just to look back on this. Maybe look at a redraft, certain players that you would have put in your team next time round.
The one thing I will say, if you're just watching this game now, sometimes you see games of FC over the years that have been commentated, Ryan's been playing, Brandon's been commentating, you see scorelines like 6-1, 7-1, and it doesn't always tell the story of the game. Sometimes you're 5-1 up, or you're 3-1 up going into the last 20 minutes, your opponent presses, and the game gets out of hand. You'll see this result as a 7-1. It's a 7-1 performance. Emre Yilmaz has been impeccable in every single area of the pitch.
Emre Yilmaz, welcome to the LaLiga FC Pro, my friend. We knew the level, we knew the quality that the Dutch Pro would bring, but maybe we didn't expect a 7-1 win in a grand final. And still, he doesn't seem that convinced. Because he knows, yes, there's cash, yes, there's a trophy, but it isn't what I came for. It's that World Championship ticket that he wants. Might be a consolation if that. For Jotabar. Give it a couple of days, he'll look back and realise what a great run he's had, and overall, what an impressive tournament. Elche have been able to having their best ever run in a LaLiga FC Pro Cup. Unfortunately, he met his match in Emre Yilmaz.
When the bracket started shaping up, Nicholas fell, Oberon fell. The Resende falls by the wayside.
It's a great goal.
You might think that it was a gimme for Emre Yilmaz, but he still had to perform every single game, and he's arguably left his best performance here for the final. A couple of late consolation goals will make the scoreline look sweeter on reflection. But Emre Yilmaz proving why he should be feared, not only amongst his other non-Spanish competitors, but every single Spaniard who's going to those finals. You do not want to play Emre Yilmaz round one.
Not in form like this as well.
Absolutely not.
And in time of 2 minutes to come in, Emre Yilmaz, his first time in the LaLiga FC Pro, will be your cup champion. A 7-3 win. His first time in San Sebastian. I've got a feeling they might invite him back here again.
Come on, Emre, crack a smile, surely.
Well, this is his moment. His first time playing in the LaLiga FC Pro, and he still doesn't look that happy. A 7-3 win in the grand final. He's had this crowd on his feet the whole way, and so they've enjoyed it. Emre Yilmaz, your LaLiga FC Pro Cup champion!
Massive congratulations to Real Sociedad and Emre Yilmaz. The trophy to top off a sensational run in the tournament. As you mentioned, only losing one game throughout the regular season up to the cup. Incredible, incredible level.
25,000 euros in his back pocket. I know it might not touch the $400,000 that he's already earned playing this game. You wouldn't think he's won a tournament, would you? He doesn't give you many expressions or reaction, but inside he will be very happy with that performance.